And now he is joining us in studio. Tim Skoglin has been in this business for 20 plus years, helped laundry list of hundreds of clients, maybe thousands, I don't know, I can't keep up with you, but a true leader, family business, and you're here to talk today specifically about buying new homes, right? So there's low inventory. We know there's a shortage of new builders, so whatever is being built, we really want to embrace. We need it and build more. Yesterday we actually talked on the show on how unlike 2014, in 2015, the numbers show that people are now leaving San Diego. So we really need these building projects to come on board. Low inventory is still a story with the market?
Still is, especially in our area up in North County. So Del Sur, Forest Ranch, Santa Luz, bunch of sticks in the ground, a lot of new construction. Standard Pacific, who is now called Cal Atlantic, they went through a merger, is handling and owns the majority or lion's share of the land up there.
Okay.
And they're doing everything from smaller townhomes to mid-sized houses to large estates, and even just broke ground and opened a 55 and older community, which was a brilliant idea.
Really? Niche.
And everybody's kind of questioning it, but I
because
thought,
it's so niche.
So niche related, but
I think it's brilliant.
Look at where our parents are in life, and for what they went through during the last correction. The 401ks eroded away. The home that they had lost a bunch of equity. A lot of them, my dad's still working, 72 years old, because things changed, the recipe changed, and they were headed into retirement.
Maybe this is the first time I've even heard of something like that, but just my knee-jerk reaction is what a fascinating concept, right?
It's great.
If you're getting to the fourth quarter of life, you still have, your dad's 72, my dad's at 70, right? I mean, it's the new 50, really.
Right.
I mean, he's still out playing golf, so it's not like he's 90 or 100, so there's still a lot of life left. But to be in a community where you're not necessarily, no offense, surrounded by a bunch of millennials, you know what I mean? But having a niche community, there's probably a lot of niche advice. Like I'm thinking like a reverse for purchase, a reverse mortgage for purchase. There's probably a lot of instruments that exist to help you accomplish buying into these areas. So let's talk about it, right? It's not just the specific niche of the 55 plus, I think you had said, but just new home buildings. I think people tend to get confused because if you buy a new car, the moment you drive it off the lot, it's lost value, right? Homes aren't exactly like that. New homes are much more fun. You can tailor the process, the home. So tell us a little bit about how that all works.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. You have to really survey the resale market alongside of the new home sale market at the same time. In different periods of economic ups and downs, one or the other could be more economically or investment-wise advantageous. But a lot of people are intimidated. They walk into a sales office, there's salespeople, I have to sign this card, there's all these ropes and fences. And the big thing is that most new home builders are offering a broker compensation. They're paying a broker to work with you.
Right.
So why not have somebody on your side rather than the builder representative who's working for the builder, where you show them all your cards, help you a little bit with navigating what lot to purchase. Is the builder lender really offering the best interest rates and fee structure for your particular situation? They offer usually a pretty good incentive to use their lender because then they can control the trade and close it on time.
It can be beneficial for them.
It can be beneficial, and it's tough to beat with that incentive, even with the rates are the rates, but with a cutting-edge mortgage professional, still it's hard because you're not getting that incentive money.
Interesting. And so when you go into one of these new homes, what does that process look like? So you go into the sales office, there's usually someone there, you're right, they represent the home builder, but you still want representation of your own so you don't make any mistakes, and you also can custom tailor the home the way you want. So let's say somebody goes into one of these amazing new home projects, and you're helping them navigate it, you're representing them. What are things you're looking for? What are the things we're doing here?
Yeah, great question. First of all, most importantly is take your broker with you on the first visit. Don't go out for a coffee and a croissant and then decide, oh, by the way, we saw these signs, we're going to drive by.
Right.
Because oftentimes you register on a little card and it asks you, how did you learn about the project? I saw the sign. I looked at an advertisement online. That doesn't say you had a real estate broker helping you and essentially being the procuring cause of sale. And in that case, the builder will pocket the compensation, the money they would have paid that broker, and just keep that on the side.
Right.
So why not work with somebody, again, that can provide some advice? We oftentimes want to look at the resale market, so when you go in there and you want to do gold-plated mirrors and diamond chandeliers.
Yep.
I can say, hey, in the backyard, the pool with the fountain and the slide. Maybe in this particular neighborhood, you don't want to go that high end in terms of upgrades because you want to stay in line with the market. If you're then into it, you buy it at market value,
right,
and then you put 300 grand into the house, well, you're going to be chasing the market for years to come.
Isn't that where builders make a lot of their money, or on some of those different amenities
They
and
do.
The upgrades?
Yeah,
That's big for the builder.
Yeah, Christine, my wife, worked for William Lyon for 10 years. So she's been really instrumental in helping people say, we know the builder is stockpiling refrigerators.
Got it.
They have the market on that is reduced. The price is reduced on those refrigerators. But something else, a washer dryer set or upgraded flooring or something else, you might be better off going with an outside contractor and putting that in, and you'd save a boatload of money. So trying to balance, what do I purchase through the builder in the designer showcase, their upgrade center, or what do I go outside and work with a contractor on? What
are the biggest mistakes that you think people make? Is it usually financial? You mentioned financing.
Yeah,
I mean, there's.
It's hard. The builders really hone in on finding somebody who's a true professional and has some experience behind them if they're going to be sitting in a new home track.
Right.
What I see is getting caught up in the phase releases, understanding that the early phases a lot of times are inferior lots.
Oh, really?
Not always, but sometimes. So maybe deferring and waiting for something that's not near power lines or on a street or has a small yard space. Yes, you're getting that first phase price on that new home, but
the builder might be using the anxiousness of the list
to
and the community to. That's interesting.
So
they have all of these lots, but they know that this one might not have the views or might be under power lines. So let's release this one first while there's all this activity.
All that, you got 600 people at a release. It's an auction type bullhorn, call out, Craig Sewing, you're next. What lot do you want?
Yep.
So,
I've honestly been in that process. This is back in 2000, probably 5 or 6. There was a property that I was in on, and I did the whole auction thing, put the money down, and you know what? I was younger and dumber then. I mean, that's 10 years ago, and I honestly, this is a true story. I got caught up myself where I thought I was stuck in a bad deal, and I was able to get out of it. There's just a lot that went wrong with it. And if I didn't have the great advice at that time, I would have been honestly screwed. This was 2006, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, you hit the wall.
I mean, you can make a lot of mistakes. This is great advice from Tim. What areas do you like? What are some of the communities that you like?
Well, for one, I like that 55 and older community. They're in a great spot. There really isn't there aren't inferior lots that I'm seeing early phase in that project. When we're up there and we're showing people something that's older in Rancho Bernardo, that's in a 55 and older community, and we've got someone who maybe is in-home care, doing no deferred maintenance, alone, not a lot of family, just basically surviving. And then we have someone that bought the home and is 60 years old and now puts a bunch of money into it to make it newer and upgraded. Well, the differential in comparable sales is astronomical. You have the non-deferred home with the woman or man that's receiving in-home care at $650, and you've got someone who's over $1 million with a today, fixed up and well-designed rehab. So
great information today, and we got a laundry list of testimonials that you brought in here today of people that you've helped to do this. I mean, different families, and you and Christine, you're a family business. And I want this to be a really nice takeaway for you here today. There's 20,000 real estate licenses. When you tune into this program, you see the best in the different markets in San Diego. But I have to tell you, if you wanted to work with somebody who's going to be hands-on, that has all the experience but doesn't pass you off, Tim's team is built around him with his wife, with his assistant. I think his son is actually maybe even hustling for him now, who came on the show not that long ago, Blake. I mean, you're the guy that amongst all the realtors I know, if I wanted to get just a straight shooter, knows the market, knows what we're doing, and I could just hand it over, it's Tim Skoglin. Tim, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, Blake wants to know when he's coming back on too.
It's getting into baseball season. He's going to bring the bat. Let's get him on here, man.
That'd be great. So thank you.
New studio. Yeah. The new pad.
That'd be great.
All right, coming up next, we love finishing on Fridays with something that's just kind of light, right? So we got Nikki Klug coming in here with Nikki Klug Design. We've talked a lot about real estate this week. We've talked about the different markets, but what about actually loving your home? Interior design is so important for that. I don't care if you're a hard charge guy or you're a female that's a homemaker that just wants the home to be pretty, whatever it is, there's a style for you. Nikki Clue is the best at it. Comes up next on The American Dream.